Well, the Help to Buy ISA, introduced in December, is capped at £450,000 in London, but in two-thirds of boroughs, an average two-bed flat costs more, as Helen Mulroy explains.
The Help to Buy ISA was introduced in December. It allows first home buyers to put their deposit in a tax-free savings account, with the government topping up those savings by 25% up to a maximum of £3,000 when they buy their first home. The snag being, the price of that house in London can't be more than £450,000 or £250,000 across the rest of the country.
Investigations into what caused the crater in Charlton are being carried out, and our reporter Helen Mulroy has been at the scene for us for much of the day. Helen.
I am, Assad, yes. I mean, many employers would have heard the excuse of car trouble when employees are late for work or they don't show up at all. But as you can see, the sinkhole behind me really brought a whole new meaning to that phrase. It opened up in the early hours of this morning. Of course, it meant major inconvenience for the owner of the car, which was swallowed up, and also major inconvenience for the residents and people living nearby whose vehicles and homes are involved in this cordon. I've been here all day. Here's what unfolded. Managing childcare and work commitments, it's a balancing act for many parents. The lack of affordable and flexible childcare means for many mothers the situation isn't improving. Figures compiled by Save the Children show that 174,000 mums in London want to work but can't get the childcare that they need. That's almost half of all the out-of-work mums in the region. The reality is Hyde Park has to cater for a range of different users, from pedestrians of all ages to leisure cyclists as well as commuters. And Royal Park say the introduction of these measures will make the park more accessible to all. Sadly, Alex and Sue's story is far from unique.
Alzheimer's Society's helpline increasingly gets calls of this exact nature. We're finding that care homes are picking and choosing the people that they accept into their homes, largely because they don't have the funding to be able to provide the specialist support that is needed to help somebody with dementia.
In contacting the government, we asked the Department of Health and Social Care what they're doing about the lack of appropriate care home places. They told us that they've invested an extra £2 billion in social care, and that over the summer they're publishing planned reforms to make the social care system more sustainable for the future. Good morning from BBC London News. I'm Helen Mulroy. The widow of a man who died in the Croydon tram crash has vowed to campaign to improve safety on public transport. Marilyn Logan's husband Philip was one of the 7 people killed in the derailment last year. Taking a quick look at today's weather, we'll have some heavy rain and strong winds, a bit sunnier later, getting colder too though, top temperatures of 13 degrees Celsius. I'll be back at 1:30 with the lunchtime news. Hope you can join me then. Bye-bye.